Hi all, welcome to REDSKI's Righteous Reading. So we're doing a pick a pile reading today. So our first pile is the pile of scrolls. Second pile is the pile with the beautiful fluorite mushroom. The third pile is the one with the beautiful golden butterfly over here. And the fourth pile will be the ring with the beautiful spider and the clear quartz crystal. So piles 1, 2, 3 and 4, we have the scrolls, pile 1. Pile 2, the fluorite mushroom. Pile 3, the gold butterfly clip. And pile 4, the spider ring. So piles 1, 2, 3 and 4. Pick a pile and I will be with you with your reading in a minute. Hi all, welcome back to REDSKI's Righteous Reading. So this is the reading for the group that picked number 1, the scrolls in the little message bottle. So we have lots of different cards today. So let's begin. So we're starting with a variety of cards, as I said, from multiple decks. There'll be messages as well as tarot at the end. So here we go. So your first card is from the Angels, and it's number 20, Guardian Angel. So group 1, your first card, number 20, Guardian Angel. Your Wiccan card is none other than Rocks and Standing Stones. So it reads as follows. Rocks are the bones of the mother supporting her and therefore us. Because they take millions of years to form, they hold ancient earth wisdom and knowledge, power and strength. A stone also brings some of the character of the place where it came from. Stones bring grounding elemental earth energy and can help you to connect with those primordial energies. Call upon the strength when you pray or meditate. Feel the strength of a stone's timeless wisdom helping, supporting and connecting you. Use stones to help stabilize stress-filled places. Your Moonology card is Step Out of Your Comfort Zone, North Node. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Then we have Divine Timing. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. And we got Doubt. Offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises, but you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. Your Romance angels are telling you, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So I'm seeing a current in the love department where red flags and a need to retreat is definitely prevalent. Now these cards are absolutely gorgeous. These are the dream cards, the box I just have up here, and they're just the most funkiest cards ever. So this one is Praised, and then on the back it says, I do not need to be recognized for my efforts, as I think of myself highly, so do those around me. I just think they're the most funkiest ever. I love them. And then you also got Pleased. Pleased. And that says, I am alive and living every moment as a gift. Indeed. And then we got Herbal Kitchen Alchemist. So maybe we're cooking up a fancy brew. And Familiar Guardian. So we've got the Guardian Angel and the Familiar Guardian in this deck. So you definitely have a watcher helping you through this time of need. Now we'll get into your tarot cards. So we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Oh, good Lord. We have the Six of Cups in the upright. And then we have the Empress in the reverse. Okay, so group one, this is what I'm seeing for you at this time. So when we look at the first card, we are looking at none other than the Wands card of the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So when I sort of look at the Seven of Wands in its reverse, it's perplexity, embarrassment, anxiety. You see, when it's in its upright, I'd be sort of looking for, he's looking down on them. So he's up at a vantage point on maybe an intellectual plane. It signifies discussion or wordy strife in business negotiations, war of trade and barter and competition. It's a card of success for the individual is on top of his enemies and may be unable, making it the enemies unable to reach him. But when it's reversed as you just got, it sort of comes in as sort of embarrassment and anxiety, unable to fulfill, can't find higher ground even. And then we move on to your second card, which is none other than the Eight of Cups, and that is in its reverse. So when we look at the Eight of Cups in its reverse, we're talking about sort of great joy, happiness, and feasting. When it's in its upright, the Eight of Cups, the man is walking away. He's saying, I've had enough. This isn't good enough for me, and I'm leaving. Eight Cups is not what I want. But when it is reversed, it means great joy and happiness and feasting, because sort of he's walked away from 8 glorious cups because he didn't want them. But when it's reversed, it's sort of you're finding happiness and joy and contentment in what you do have. Then your third card was none other than the Page of Cups, and that was reversed. Now, Page is always fresh, young energy, lots of ideas, not necessarily experience. Now, when the Page of Cups is reversed, my apologies, a bit close there, it's about taste and inclination, attachment, seduction, deception, and artifice. It's as I said, Pages are always fresh, young energy, young individuals with sort of ideas and lots of, sort of big, bold, inspirational ideas, but not necessarily experience. They sort of come in and whisk off and quite fast-paced energy. But, so it's taste, inclination, attachment, seduction, deception, and artifice. And then we get to your fourth card, which is none other than the Six of Cups, and that's in its upright. So this is children in a garden, and this card exactly means that. It's sort of a card of the past, of memories, looking back as, for example, on childhood, happiness and enjoyment, but coming rather from the past, things that have vanished. So not current past, this is reminiscing of past. So this would be maybe you reflecting on times when you were a child, thinking back rather many a year, basically. And it could also mean a sort of new knowledge coming in, a new environment, and sort of new children coming through. But when I look at this card, I'm always looking at a reminiscent card of times gone by, and really enjoying that momentous thoughts of memories much past. And then your fifth card for your reading group one was none other than the Empress, and she is in her reverse. So when we look at the Empress in the reverse, we're sort of talking about light, truth, the unraveling of involved matters, public rejoicings. It could also mean sort of variation as well, but mainly it's light. It's about truth. It's about really unraveling involving matters, usually in a public type setting though, and rejoicing that this news has sort of come forth, because it's been a long time waiting. It's sort of been a secret in the shadows, so to speak. So it's like finally come to the surface. It's finally sort of out there in the open, in the public eye, and it's now known. So group one, There's some lovely undertones there that we've got through the reading, not just in your tarot, but in these other lovely messages. I can see that you're going through possibly some heartache and or issues in love through the romance cards with the retreat and the look out for red flags. And also with your messages, divine timing and doubt, both in regards to divine timing. Remember, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens when it's meant to happen. Have faith is what I'm hearing from the divine here. Have faith and just allow it to come and be. Even if you may not see the good in it now, maybe it may be something that you don't want to come to pass, but when it happens and you reflect upon this time now, when you have moved forward, you will see it was all for the best. And we have Guardian as well with the Alchemist. So obviously sort of roots of nature bring up sort of ideas perhaps. And Guardian, which also fell beautifully with your Guardian Angel number 20 card. So there is definitely someone in the background in spirit sort of really trying to push you forward, trying to let you see where you need to head, that this is okay, I've got you, I'm supporting you throughout this journey, even though you may not see me or be able to hear me, I am there, I am your shadow. And don't forget about your rocks and standing stones. Stressful times and things require rocks. Get some rocks, carry them in your purse or on your person, even put them on your work desk, or even put them in the cigarette and or glove compartment of your car, because driving can be stressful. Looking up listings for distressful stones. My personal favourites has always been just a good clear quartz, tiger's eye, rose quartz for love, and amethyst is always a good to go to. And I'm also very partial to fluorite lately because it amplifies. And also with these beautiful cards, the praised and pleased. So you don't need recognition for your efforts because you think of yourself highly, and you are alive and living every moment as a gift. Remember that, because it is a blessing every day of every minute we have here. Even when we go through trials and tributes, be thankful that we're here to at least experience it. So group 1, that's your reading. So that was the scroll bottle group. Thank you so much. Hi there, group 2. So if you picked the fluorite mushroom, then this is your reading. So as I was just telling group 1, we have a variety of different cards and things today. Sort of oracle cards, tarot cards. We have a massive wide variety of beautiful cards for today. So we're very much looking forward to that. So let us begin. So your first card from the angels is angel card number 8, Angel of Friendship. And what a beautiful card it is too, must I say. From the Wiccan cards, you got none other than Saturn. So Saturn reads as follows. Saturn, named after the father of the Roman god Jupiter, is the leveler or teacher. He teaches us life lessons, that we are subject to the cycles and rhythms of nature, and we move from one stage of life to the next. He is linked to structure, preservation, responsibility, and the completion of a cycle. Many say the planet's position in the horoscope is connected with karma and past lives. His gentle magic works slowly, but it can be extremely powerful, so patience is needed. By drawing this card, you're invited to use the energies of Saturn when practicing magic for anything to do with old age, with establishing or breaking down barriers or limitations, with clearing obstacles and restrictions, and with patience. So Saturn. Your Moonology card is none other. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Then we have True Love. Your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner, but this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. And we got Ambition. May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagination. Please use me for highest good. Then romance. Angels are saying, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And then we have, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So we've had 2 friendship cards there. One from the romance angels and one from the angels themselves. Remember? Guardian of friendship. And these cards are just divine. These are the dream cards up here. They're just beautiful. So we got abundant. So that reads, my life is becoming more plentiful. I always have everything I need. Lovely. And then we have confident. So that's, I am totally self-assured and recognize that I have the courage necessary to act. Then we also got High Priestess, High Priest, responsibility, as well as Magic Circle, protection. Very interesting cards, them ones. Now we'll move on to your tarot reading. So we got the Ten of Pentacles in its upright, the Sun in its upright, King of Wands in its upright, Queen of Pentacles in its upright, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay. Oh, that's intense. Okay, group 2. So with your tarot reading, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, so the first card, the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. Tens are completions of cycles, and Pentacles are always about sort of material and or money sort of assets. So this is gain, riches in family matters also. Can be extraction. It's sort of, this is a man and woman beneath an archway, which gives entrance to a house and domain. And they're looking extremely happy and fulfilled. So this is all about sort of gains and riches within the family, home and matters. You've really found everything you need and you've found self-satisfaction within that. Your second card was none other than the Sun in its upright. So when we talk about the Sun, we're talking about material happiness, fortunate marriage and contentment, which backs the Ten of Pentacles perfectly. So you're in a place, group 2, that you are just so content with your material and marital happiness and or family home base. It's really just a bode and a bust with just happy and great vibes. Your third card is none other than the King of Wands, and he's in his upright. So when we look at the King of Wands, we're talking about, could be a sort of dark, friendly man, a countryman, who's generally married, honest, and conscientious. So the King of Wands is sort of dark, arduous, and sort of animated, impassionate, but noble. He uplifts a flowering wand and wears it like his 3 correspondents in the suit. He connects with the symbol of the lion, for instance, which is emblazoned on the back of his throne. So he's quite fierce. He's quite a lion in attitude. He makes no apologies, but he's extremely honest. Having said that, he doesn't worry about hurting your feelings because he's just quite brutal in his way of coming across. He doesn't mean to be harsh. It's just that's the way it is. And he's generally married and sort of like a countryman feel. He's quite tolerant, however. Your fourth card was none other than the Queen of Pentacles in its upright. So when we look at the Queen of Pentacles, we're talking about opulence, generosity, magnificence, security, and liberty. So when you back that also with the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles, you really do have security. You really are in a happy place. The Queen talks about qualities that might be summed up in an ideal of greatness of soul. She has so much intelligence. She has, she's a symbol of, you know, extreme. She has a motherly feel. I've always thought the Pentacle Queen. She's sort of you know, she's doting upon her pentacle. You know what I mean? She's holding it. It's opulence, it's generosity, it's magnificence. There's security there. There's bond. There's a bond there. And then your fifth and final card was none other than the Nine of Cups, and that is in its reverse. So when we look at the Nine of Cups in the reverse, we're talking about sort of, well, it sort of ends up coming down to truth, loyalty, liberty. Some readers will say, but I look at it as mistakes and imperfections. Because when it's upright, it's sort of, you know, it's contentment with what you have. It's like a card of victory and success and an advantage and satisfaction. It's yeah, it's you know, quite smug and proud with myself energy. But when you turn it around, it's just, it's mistakes, it's imperfections. There's an uncomfortableness there. We're not sitting pretty. We're feeling quite shaky. So I'm seeing that you're really quite comfortable in family matters and mainly financial. I'm seeing the pentacles here are really giving the reflection with that sun card. So I'm seeing financially and or in home base you are quite comfortable. Having said that, with that King of Wands, there's someone there being quite brutally honest, which is might be playing a bit of an undertone there. But that Nine of Cups in the reverse, I'm seeing that because cups are also like the love regards, this sort of the current for love-based issue. And seeing that reverse makes me think that though you may be happy within the home, maybe love may be lacking a little. Maybe things aren't coming together necessarily in the love department. Maybe the financial and family is good, but not necessarily the connection between you and or partner. Or maybe you are on the outs with a partner, or maybe you have not quite made connection with a partner. Because I'm seeing let your friends help you, and to keep an open mind, because communication is key. Remember Saturn? So that's all about subject of cycles, rhythms of nature. Is linked to structure, remember? Responsibility and completion of a cycle. Because you've got angel of friendship. You really need that undercurrent of friendship coming through there. You may also need some protection. And remember your responsibilities during this time. And true love and ambition. Don't lose them qualities. Because you have confidence and you are abundant, Group 2. So Group 2, that's the end of your reading, and I hope you've really enjoyed it as I have enjoyed giving it, the reading to you. Thank you so very much. Hi y'all, so Group 3, who picked the gold butterfly clip, this is your reading. Okay, so your first card from the angels is angel card number 9, Angel of Clairvoyancy. Angel of Clairvoyancy. Your wicked card is none other than the Sun. So the Sun reads as follows. The Sun is the bringer of life. It is an energized, active, dynamic force whose light is necessary for well-being and makes us feel brighter, happier, and healthier. Life is automatically connected to its cycles, the seasons of the year, and the shifting rhythm of daylight. By drawing this card, you're invited to use the energies of the Sun when practicing magic for personal healing, good fortune in all areas of life, health, success, and prosperity, or for a new impulse to assist your life. You may also want to consider tailoring your activities to suit the cycles of the Sun. Your Moonology card is Balance, Spirituality, and Practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Then we have Trust. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the time is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Then we have Clarity. And that reads, let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. They go hand in hand. Now your romance angels are telling you, let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. As well as trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And I love these cards. These are the dream cards up here. They're just divine. So your first card is clear. And that is, I am committed to my goals despite my doubts. I embrace my doubts and release my uncertainty. And your second card is thoughtful. And that reads, I take into consideration the needs and dreams of others. And then we have Hex, banishment, as well as Yule, rebirth. Because without an ending, we cannot have a beginning. So that is very, very connected. Now we will move into your tarot cards, group 3. So your first card is the Two of Pentacles in the upright. Your second card is the Ace of Swords in the upright. Your third card is the Eight of Swords in its upright. Your fourth card is the Strength card, sign of Leo. And fifth card is none other than the Tower in its reverse. Ooh, okay. So group 3. Two of Pentacles, card of balance. So yes, Two of Pentacles, I always see it as a card of balancing, trying to balance the act. Because it's usually read as obstacles and agitation, trouble and embroilment. I always see an undertone of really trying to make things even out and really struggling to get it into alignment. Pentacles are usually regarding sort of money and material. So it's always a dance. He has a pentacle in either hand. He's joined by the endless cord, which is like the number 8 reversed. It's just it's a confused balancing act that can never ever even out. Your second card is none other than the Ace of Swords. So when we talk about the Ace of Swords, we're talking, aces are always seeds of new beginnings, and swords are our thoughts. So when we talk about the Ace of Swords, we're talking about sort of triumph in the conquest to a degree in everything. It's a triumph of force. It is a card of great force, actually, in love as well as in hatred. So it's neither positive or negative in good or bad, but it's extremely powerful force. And with swords being our thoughts, whatever it is driven towards, whether it's a love-based, hate-based thought or interest, it will come through triumphantly with extreme amount of force. And then we move into your third card, which was none other than the Eight of Swords in its upright. So when we talk about the Eight of Swords, apologies, it's bad news, violent, chagrin, crisis, it's conflict, it can also mean sickness, and it's being blinded to the truth, blinded and bound, and hoodwinked, basically. It's a card about being completely hoodwinked and bound, and it's just bad news. It's crisis, it's power in tremors, it's conflict, it's not a great feeling. And that then of course would require this next card, which of course is the sign of Leo and none other than the Strength card. And that's power, energy, action, courage. It's finding everything you need within at the time. It's also, having that bond within oneself to be able to reach in when needed and just to pull it out the bag, so to speak, just to be able to really, no matter what trials or tributes you may be going through, how much heartache or pain that you may be trying to outbalance, or how many thoughts of swords may come your way, that you find the strength that is needed to push on through and to go through this stage, because things are forever changing. And that brings me to the next card, the 5th card, the Tower in the reverse, which is basically oppression, imprisonment, tyranny, misery, distress, indigence. It can be disgrace, deception, ruin also. But it's really oppression, it's imprisonment in its reverse, and tyranny. So I see that you've gone through a massive amount of crap, basically. You've really suffered from the turn of the tide. The balancing act has been so great that you have really felt hoodwinked and blinded. The Tower, it's coming in to clear, but with it being in its reverse-like state, it's coming in an oppression, because you felt like you've just been run over, and so much tyranny it's just really hurt you and put you into a position of pain. Remember to have clarity, you know what I mean? And to have trust. Don't lose your faith. Trust again. Let go of control. We've got you. Clairvoyancy. They are there trying to get the message through to you, because you know you need to have that balance in spirituality and practicality at this time, because what ends will be reborn or restart. Clear and thoughtful, remember? Embrace doubts and release uncertainty. Take into consideration the dreams and thoughts of others, but at the same time don't sacrifice your own, because the sun is here shining through. So don't worry, group 3, even though there may be some undertones there of some issue, I can see that you're going to see the light through this. So group 3, that is the end of your reading. Hi all, so this is the 4th and final group for our pick a card reading, and you picked the beautiful spider ring, which has the clear crystal inside. So this is your reading, group 4. So your angel card is number 30, Angel of Truth. Your wicked card is the element of fire. So that reads, fire is related to motivation, creativity and passion. Its energy is fast, forceful and positive, and its power can be frightening. Fire consumes obstacles to faith and banishes negativity. It symbolizes the inner child, the spirit within, and the creative spark. Those in whom it is dominant are passionate and intense. Remember that fire is the element of the passion and gives courage and strength to the fight for quality of life. It is the element of physical challenge, sensuation, and sexual energy. When fire is out of balance, it becomes destructive and needs boundaries and control. Your Moonology card is You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. Then we have money, and that reads, all my finances are now in divine order. Love itself, known my needs, and is source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. And then we got confidence, and that reads, divine confidence is completely different from the bravado of the ego. You make space for something larger to take hold. Please fill me with your confidence, O love. Grant me courage I never knew I had. Then romance angels are saying engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of achievement. And that is backed with heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discussing your feelings with each other. My apologies, tongue twisty a bit there. And these are the beautiful dream cards, and they're absolutely divine. So first we got genuine, and that reads, I'm becoming more authentic and sincere. I release all pretensions and the need for appearances. And then we got blessed. And that reads, I feel that life is a gift. Good fortune is with me. I am alive. Then we got Watchtower of the South Summer and Homeland Foundation. So maybe there's some roots there southbound for you. Now we'll move into your tarot cards. So your first card is the King of Cups in the reverse. Your second card is the Queen of Wands in its upright. Your third card is the Eight of Wands in its reverse. Your fourth card, is the Star. And your fifth card is the King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so group 4, this is what your tarot reading is saying to you. So we start with the King of Cups in the reverse. So when we talk about the King of Cups reversed, we're talking about dishonest, double-dealing man, roguery, injustice, vice, and scandal. So maybe someone has been quite dishonest with you, led you, done a roguery trade sort of thing on you and scandalized you somewhat. Then we go to the Queen, excuse me, Queen of Wands in her upright. And she speaks to the fact of, she could be a dark woman, country woman, but she is friendly, loving, honourable. When she falls, when a card beside her signifies a man, she is well disposed towards him. She's interested in perhaps the person that's being read for, but she always comes for love and money. Now she's next to the King of Cups, so I'm saying that this is a relationship-based thing here. Now with the King of Cups reversed and she being in her upright, I see there is an imbalance between the two of you though. And then we move into the Eight of Wands in its reverse. And I think that kind of actually ties in with that, because when you look at the Eight of Wands in the reverse, it's arrows of jealousy, it's internal dispute, stringings of conscience, quarrels. I always look at the Eight of Wands not only as speedy news, but the arrows of love. When that's reversed, that is jealousy and internal disputes, stringings, being strung along, quarrels. Yes, it's very combative. It's very argumentative. It's very not seeing eye to eye at all. The fourth card is the Star, and that's wish fulfillment. That is hope and bright prospects, though. That is, you wish upon a star, and this is saying that the wish fulfillment is coming through for you. And then your fifth and final card for this reading was none other than the King of Swords, and he is in his reverse. So when we look at the King of Swords in his reverse state, we're talking about cruelty, barbarity, evil intention. It's just it's not the greatest of energies. It's sort of it's someone that has bad intentions. It's an individual that it just is out to be cruel and to be to have evil intent. So I see here that's probably in the relationship sense, because we've got two kings on your first and fifth card on the top and tail of this reading, both in the reverse. So that's telling me there's a male of negative energy here, and it's telling me that's at the beginning and at the end of the reading. And with the woman card next to that, as well as then you've got the Star at the other end, and then you've got that Eight of Wands in the middle. When you see the reading how it's spaced like that, I'm telling you right now, leave. Because I can see an undercurrent that this, there's a lot of problems here. And I know that the wish is for it to work through. And the Star card is telling you that there is hope for things to come through. What I'm worried about is how much can you put up with before a tide may change. Because I see an undercurrent of real cruelty and almost, I don't like to say this word, but almost borderline abusive energy, to be honest. And I'm actually hearing that in my ear as I'm saying that. Physically, intellectually abusive, intellectually mind games, manipulation of the mind, confusing you to the point where you think it's your fault. You know, fire is a very unpredictable thing. You know, you are good enough. Truth. The truth. Have confidence. And do not worry about money. Heart-to-heart conversations. And if you stick it out, could there be engagement? Could there be long-term commitment here? Foundation. Homeland. South Watchtower of Summer. So something around summertime. Building foundations. Because you are blessed and genuine. Life is a gift. Good fortune is with you because you are alive. And you are authentic and sincere. Release those pretensions and the need for appearances. Group 4. That is your reading, and that is the end of the pick a card reading for REDSKI's Righteous Readings. Please like, share and subscribe. I hope you really enjoyed the pick a card reading for today. I thought it would be nice just to do something a little bit different after the August readings were done. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed doing it for you. So as I said, yeah, please like, share and subscribe, and until we catch up with each other again, REDSKI out. Bye, angels.